So I was reading a little bit to try to get back into reading, try to get some ideas. Um, but then I realized I got this book, the U.S. Constitution and Other Writings, from my aunts and uncle about 2 Christmases ago. It's hard to tell. The years blend together. Basically, there's this one entry called the Silence Dogood Letters. Silence Dogood was actually Benjamin Franklin's pseudonym for the New England Courant. I don't know. I'm reading it. I'm not hearing it. But he wrote under that pseudonym because he was afraid that his brother wouldn't like him writing for that. So it may not be improper in the first place to inform your readers that I intend once a fortnight to present them, by the help of this paper, with a short epistle, which I presume will add somewhat to their entertainment. It's pretty good. But what Benjamin Franklin doesn't realize is that I do the same thing weekly, but nobody's entertained. So I gotcha, Ben. Hello, my name is Peter Vizzo, and welcome to the Peter Jab Project. Once again, talking about Project EOE. Gonna be the project for this semester. I don't know if I should do one of these every semester. Like, take on a whole new project and see how that goes. But, anyway, I thought it'd be fun. I thought it would be enjoyable. I thought we could all get together, sit down at the table like a big happy family. That was a terrible bit. But I actually remembered, before the pandemic even happened, I wrote down a bucket list. And I think that it'd be interesting to go through them and compare it and see what I can use in Gene's bucket list and how I can incorporate that more into the play. And so some of these I'm definitely not going to use. A lot of these are like, go to this place. And I hate that. Because then that's kind of it, right? Once you buy the ticket, go on the plane and go to the place, you're at the place. And thus, you've done the task. But let's give this a go. I have... Fuck, I forgot how much I had. 30 of these. So let's see how that works. Number one, I am going to perform a full-length concert. Last year, I released an album. Again, it's like that one there. Onwards by Peter Jad. You can listen to it on Apple Music and Spotify. I thought that was pretty cool because, I always wanted to release an album, and then over that summer of 2020, I got sick with COVID. It was pretty bad, and so I was like, fuck it, let's just do this album. And so, while sick with COVID, I recorded some vocals, put in some tracks, and it's not the best album in the world, don't get me wrong on that, but I'm pretty proud of it. And I think that there are some good songs on there. Like, maybe Asking for a Friend, Tiger Cub, which is for my niece and nephew. I hear Cliche is pretty solid, which is funny because I don't really hear it. But maybe you should go and stream it for yourself and see what you think. And then play it again and again so I can make money off it. But it'd be cool to perform a concert because then it could be like, oh, I am here. People will sing this back to me. How can I engage with the audience? How can I make them love the song and want to go stream it after the concert? I noticed that I had like a little zit right here. So I popped that sucker. And now there's like a little bit of blood. And so you're going to have to deal with that. It's not on me. It's my face. But you're the one watching this video. So have fun looking at that. Perform a stand-up comedy routine. I think that would be really fun. And I already have some like little bits, some little material. I could tell the story about the one time I got pulled over by a cop before one of my night classes and he let me go because he thought I looked pathetic. We could talk about the time when I went to Benicia, my family's hometown, and then they told me the story about how everyone in their community found out that somebody was shitting in the beans at Taco Bell. We could talk about a number of things. Because if I'm honest, those are the only two solid ones that I got. So we're going to have to hold up on that bit and see. But if that's something that interests y'all, let me know. Compete in a pro wrestling promotion. So I might actually try to be knocking this out sooner rather than later. Because I just think that'd be cool. You know, I mentioned it last week and saying like, oh, maybe I don't want to be a wrestler. Oh, maybe I don't want to do wrestling as a career. Like, if I can, that'd be cool. But at the same time, isn't there some value in just being able to do a match? Like, how many people can say, I've wrestled in a sanctioned wrestling match? Like, it was on a poster, people were told to come buy tickets and sit down and enjoy a match. And that might be pretty cool. There are some wrestling schools here in Arizona. I'm just saying. Release an album is on there. I can cross that one off the list since I wrote this. I got sick in the summer of 2020 and released it. And that was written in February of 2020, back when we didn't know COVID was going to be a thing, and that there would be all these idiots who think that you don't need masks or vaccines to fight a deadly virus that has caused more deaths than any other virus in human history. Yep. But I did it. The next one is to bartend at a party. Also, one thing I realized, my microphone's here. I put the laptop here instead of right in front of me because A, it'd be blocking the camera, and 2, because it's an old computer. The fan goes and it just sounds like, and I don't think y'all want to hear that. But anyway, bartend for a party. I don't know how to bartend. I don't know how to make a lot of cocktails. But I think that that's kind of a cool dynamic, to be like the guy that can help out people out and get them what they want and get them what they need and be the sort of gatekeeper of a fun time. Might be cool. Get a graduate college degree. I'm working on my bachelor's right now, and I'm going to try to go for that master's. Maybe. Taking it bit by bit while working on an actual career. And I hope that works out. Maybe I could settle for just getting the bachelor's. Because how many people can say that they get that, you know? Travel to Japan. Fuck yeah. Me and a couple of friends actually thought about this as a little way to celebrate us graduating. And we're still saving up for it. Because there's a lot of stuff that we want to do there. And I think it's really dope. Travel to Mexico. That's also somewhere pretty dope. That's really close by to here in Arizona. So, why not give it a go? Travel to France. Because, you know, I'm French. And apparently there's this little community, this little village in France called Vazo. It's my name, but spelled with a J. Which seems to be like a thing that happened in translation. But we don't know. And it's a small little village community. And I kind of want to check it out and go there and be like, hey, yo, I'm named after the city. Or the city is named after me and my ancestors. One of the two. Complete a blind daily road trip. I think this was something like, oh, we just take a road trip, and when we see something that we want to go do, we go do it right then. So you don't make a plan for the day. You plan out where you go, but when you arrive to the place, you just do what you want that day. You don't make a plan to go somewhere. You don't buy a ticket to anything ahead of time. You enjoy something in that day. See the ball drop at NYC. This looks pretty dope. Not gonna do it while COVID is happening, cause fuck that shit. But it looks like a pretty wild party, and it's always snowing, and I don't get to see snow a lot, cause Arizona. See WrestleMania live. I almost did this at WrestleMania 26 when it was here in Arizona. But sadly I couldn't. Me and my dad have always watched wrestling together, and I think it's pretty dope. So it'd be nice to go and see WrestleMania, the big event. Which leads me into the next one, which is to see the Super Bowl live. Which would be a lot more of a challenge. Oddly enough, Super Bowl tickets, massively expensive. WrestleMania ones, dwindling, like shrinking down in price, and even the packages for the travel. One of these is attainable, one of these is a fever dream. Try acupuncture. I don't like needles, but I hear it's nice. I have this fear of like slightly rolling off the table and just like and having all these little needles in me. So I don't know, maybe I'll film, maybe I won't. Try completing an escape room. I hear these are really fun. I also don't like being trapped anywhere, but Who knows? I think it's kind of the appeal of puzzle solving. Have a crazy, wild house party. Because I'm a boring bitch. I don't really have parties. And so it'd be nice to have one where it's like really loud, loud music, and a lot of people. And I don't know. I think that'd be really dope. Pose nude for an art piece. That's one that actually did make it into the play, and I'm not going to touch on it again because you can also just watch that episode again, which is a lot of them. And so check it out. Gets a cool, meaningful tattoo. I think I'm going to do this once I graduate. I don't have any right now, but I would definitely love to get the JAD logo, this one here, and get it maybe like on my shoulder here. But I think that'd be cool. There's a lot of meaning in that logo, and a lot of people say like, "Ooh, that looks dumb and basic," and I'm like, "Oh, you don't know what it means." So, jump off or out of something high. Skydiving, cliff jumping, bungee jumping. Do one of those, and shit myself while I do it because that is fucking terrifying. Anyone who does that for fun, how? Because I would not stop thinking about the very real possibility of something going wrong and me just ending up as a splatter on the ground. Because yeah, admit, in those last few moments, that is absolute terror and absolute regret of, oh, the parachute's not going. I'm falling. I'm going to hit the ground. And I have no one to blame but me. Because I signed up for this. Ow. We got a couple here. Go to Vegas, go to Chicago, go to Hollywood, go to Orlando. Those are all cool places here in America. I've been to New York. I might try to go there again. But, you know, I've been there. And I want to go do more things there and go see Broadway shows there. Vegas, I actually went to when I was a kid. It was before I was 18 or even 21, so let's face it, did I really experience Vegas if I wasn't 21? Go on a cruise. There's actually something called the Jericho Wrestling Rock and Rager kind of deal. I forget the exact name, but essentially it's a cruise based around wrestling and rock music, and I think that is dope. There are some cruises where I'm like, I don't want something like that. It sounds like something that involves a lot of old crusty people. But I'm hoping I can find something that's a little bit more like energized and for younger audiences, and I don't know. I just don't want to end up on something with people with a bunch of wrinkles and tan lines. I wrote have a threesome. It's a good goal to have. Develop a game. I think that'd be kind of cool. Like, I don't know anything about coding, but if anyone does and wants to help me, let me know. Because I think that'd be cool to design characters in a world and how they interact with it and see how that relates to the code itself. And we'll see. We will see. Ride a horse. I did this when I was super young. I went to someone's birthday party. It wasn't even someone I knew. It was like my brother or sister's friend. I don't even remember. But they got someone who was a horse rider. And I was like, oh, can I ride the horse? And they're like, you're a little big for that. I was like 8 at the time. Fuck you. Way to make me think negatively of wanting to try new things and also my weight, you bitch. I think that would be a cool thing to do on your own and just kind of like go on a trail or some shit and ride a horse and see how it is. Make a big, impressive canvas painting. I want to get a massive canvas, like at minimum 1 story large. And just fill it up with something that I don't even know yet, but I want to make. Because wouldn't that be cool to like have this massive piece of work that you made and have it take up so much space and just beg to be seen? Mm-hmm. This one is really lame, and so it kind of sucks that it's the 30th one on the list. But it's dance at night in a park while my car plays music. I can go do that right now. Why haven't I done that already? I don't even know how to dance. Why did I write this? This is such a dumb one. The fuck, younger Peter? And by younger, I mean a year and a half younger. Anyway, I thought that would be a cool thing to do for this episode, and also because I'm still just working on the show, and so progress is being made, but at the same time, I right now things to talk about. But I hope this was entertaining in some sense, and wasn't that the goal of old Benny Frank here? I feel like I'm gonna get haunted by his ghost from now on for calling him Benny Frank. If you guys see that I ended up dead, well, the dude on the $100 bill did it. Peace.